Good evening, it's time for our nightly news at 9 p.m. This is just the news, which is almost everything that happened today in 10 minutes. So you find out everything you need to know about what's going on in India and the world. I'm Faye D'Souza. Let's get straight to it. Given all of the criticism about the Mumbai police's handling of the bomb scare outside of Mukesh Ambani's residence and the involvement of police officer Sachin Vaze in that case, Maharashtra government has now removed the Mumbai police commissioner. The Maharashtra government has appointed Hemant Nagrale as the new commissioner, and Parambir Singh, the outgoing commissioner, will take over as Director General of the Home Guards. Remember, senior cop Sachin Vaze was arrested by the NIA on the 13th of March over his involvement in this case. The NIA also yesterday seized a black Mercedes-Benz said to be used by Sachin Vaze. In that car, they have recovered 5 lakh rupees, a license plate of an SUV, a note counting machine, and some other clothes in the car. NIA officer has been quoted saying that Sachin Vaze was using this car. The ownership of the car, though, is under investigation. The NIA has also apparently said that the CCTV visuals of the SUV which had explosives in it showed that there was a man wearing a full PPE. He stepped out of the Innova and walked towards the SUV. The NIA suspects that that man in the PPE is also Sachin Vaze. A day after the second FIR was registered in the case of the Zomato employee or the delivery person who has allegedly assaulted a woman customer, reports say that the woman customer, Hitesha Chandrani, has left Bangalore. Remember, just to give you a quick update, what had happened was this woman accused the Zomato delivery personnel of assaulting her, after which the delivery personnel accused the woman of assaulting him with a slipper and filed a counter complaint. According to the News Minute, Ms. Chandrani has left the city after her home address was leaked online, and that led to safety concerns. The police have said, quoted by News Minute, that we went to her house, nobody opened the door. She feels afraid staying there as people might come to her home. She might not have left the city to abscond from the police and might contact us. End quote. Also from Bangalore, in a new twist to the case of the sex tape of former Minister Ramesh Jarkiroli, the parents of the woman in the tape have now alleged that their daughter was abducted from Bangalore and their lives are in danger as well. According to the police, the father of the woman has said in his complaint that his daughter was abducted on the 2nd of March when the CD was released by several local news channels, and that was the last day that they spoke with her. The father also said that the daughter claims that she was not the one in the video. The miscreants seem to have used a doppelganger or a lookalike, and that the daughter has said that it is someone who looks like her and not her in the video. Moving on to news coming in right now from Parliament. The Centre on Wednesday said it has not taken any decision on rolling out the National Register for citizens across the country just yet. Till now, the government has not taken any decision to prepare an NCR for citizens at the national level, said Union Minister for State of Home Nityanand Rai in a written reply to Parliament. Also in Rajya Sabha on Tuesday, a bill was passed that now allows abortion up to 24 weeks for special categories of women. Now, this is an increase from the 20 weeks gestation period limit that existed up till now. This bill will amend the Medical Termination of Pregnancy 1971. The special categories under this bill will be defined by respective state governments, but it also includes survivors of rape, victims of incest, and other vulnerable women like differently abled women and minors. The current laws require the opinion of one doctor if an abortion is to be initiated within 12 weeks of conception, 2 doctors between 12 and 20 weeks. The bill now allows for 2 doctors to approve an abortion for these special categories of women from 20 to 24 weeks as well. In a statement that has worried many people, the Uttarakhand's newly appointed Chief Minister Tirath Rawat has said showing bare knees by women through ripped jeans to look like rich kids are the values given now and is just a race towards westernization. He said ripped jeans pave way for societal breakdown and is a bad example that parents are setting for children. According to NDTV, Uttarakhand Minister Ganesh Joshi has also added fuel to that fire and said women talk about many things they want to do in life, but the most important thing for them to do is to look after their family and their children, end quote. Women's rights activists and opposition in the Congress have criticized the comments, saying that nobody has the right to speak about women's clothes. Also, amidst protests right now in Banaras Hindu University, the university has clarified that it has not taken any decision to appoint Neeta Ambani as a visiting professor. Earlier today, Reliance Industries Limited also refuted claims and said, I quote, reports that Neeta Ambani will be a visiting lecturer at the Banaras Hindu University are fake. She has not received any invitation from BHU. On Tuesday, a group of over 40 students protested outside the residence of Vice Chancellor Rakesh Bhatnagar on campus and submitted a memorandum against the appointment of Neeta Ambani as a visiting professor. Updates now on COVID in India. India has reported 28,903 new COVID cases in the last 24 hours. This is the highest number of COVID cases reported in one day in 2021. 76.4% of India's active cases are from only 3 states. That's Maharashtra, Kerala and Punjab. Health Secretary Rakesh Bhushan has said the COVID-19 vaccine is being wasted in 5 states. In Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka and Jammu and Kashmir, which is higher than 6.5%, that's the national average. Telangana and Andhra Pradesh have reported 17% and 11% of wastage respectively. And given the concern right now about the rising cases, Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan has said the centre is trying to strike a sensible balance in sending vaccines abroad. And he said none of the 72 countries who have received vaccines so far have received them at the expense of the people of India. Also speaking of the vaccines, in an interview with Bloomberg, Serum Institute of India CEO Adar Poonawalla has said the COVID vaccine nationalism is likely to derail the WHO's 2021 target to deliver 2 billion doses in the Covaxin. He said that countries are holding tight to their supplies and restricting access to materials needed to make more of the vaccine. It will take 2 to 3 months for the shipments of COVAX to actually pick up. Reaching the 2021 target of 2 billion doses is going to be challenging, he said. Remember, the Serum Institute has provided more than half of the total doses used so far under the WHO's program to vaccine everyone across the world. Let's take a look now at news coming in from the world of business. According to data from Bloomberg, Indian stocks have gained the most among the world's top 10 countries by market value this financial year, underscoring some strength in the rally that has remained unshaken despite the COVID turmoil and economic uncertainty. India's aggregate market capitalization rose 88% in dollar terms, while the market cap of US and China rose 67% and 52% respectively. Also, in a bid to boost its e-bike market in Europe, Hero MotoCorp has announced that it will set up a new international headquarters in London. According to PTI, it also aims to bring Hero MotoCorp's European business under one umbrella. The MD of Hero Cycles and the group chairman Pankaj Munjal has said, with Europe as our key market, HMC has its sights set on capturing a greater pie of the fast-growing e-bike segment. Let's take a look at news coming in from the rest of the world right now. Beijing has made it mandatory for people flying from India to China and 19 other countries to get themselves vaccinated with Chinese-made vaccines if they wish to travel to China. Now, the Chinese Foreign Ministry has said that China stands ready to advance mutual recognition of vaccines with other countries, but that process is expected to take time. This is, of course, a disadvantage for travelers from India traveling on business because India doesn't have right now any China-made vaccine available in the country. Also, Instagram is now introducing some safety measures for its underage customers. These features will basically be used for users below the age of 18. It prohibits adults from directly messaging teenagers who don't follow them. While teens DM adults who've been exhibiting potentially suspicious behavior, they will be shown safety prompts. They will also be reminded not to feel pressured to respond, share pictures, or personal information with anyone above the age of 18. Let's take a look at news from the world of sports. The ICC has announced its latest rankings of T20 international batsmen. Team India captain Virat Kohli has jumped one spot, is now in the 5th position. Kohli, who has hit 2 consecutive 50s and accumulated 744 rating points. Meanwhile, India's KL Rahul, who secured just 1 run in his last 4 T20 international innings, dropped 1 place to the 4th position. Ahead of the All England Open, 3 Indian shuttlers and 1 support staff member have tested positive for COVID-19. Other team members had to wait for more than 30 hours to get their test results. While expressing disappointment, Saina Nehwal has tweeted yesterday, "Matches start tomorrow, still no reports of the COVID test done 30 hours ago, no practice, no gym for 2 days now." End quote. And to give you one piece of positive news, depending how you see it, there might be a silver lining for all of our children who haven't been able to go to school. Moderna has begun actually testing the COVID vaccine on children in the US and Canada, according to Wall Street Journal. Now, this will be the first trial of the vaccine on children, which will give us an indication of whether or not it can be used for children. The pediatric study will apparently enroll 6,750 children between the ages of 6 months and 11 years. Moderna chief executive Stefan Bancel has said the pediatric study will help assess the safety and the immunogenicity of the vaccine for a younger age population. This is, of course, Moderna's latest effort to broaden the use of its vaccination beyond just adults. In a separate study, it's also testing the vaccine on 3,000 children ages 12 to 17 and may have results in that age group by summertime as well. That brings us to the end of our news bulletin. Do leave us your feedback. Let us know if there's anything else you'd like us to cover in our segment of Just the News. The idea, like I told you, is to just give you all the information you need about what's happening around you. Leave us a comment and do share this video with others. Thank you for watching.